And I'm also giving thanks to the Dzogchen itself and the Hunab Ku, the one and only giver of movement and measure, the great central sun and black hole at the epicenter of the omniverse. I am here to do your work, and I am thanking you for your continued energetic blessings. I'm glad I didn't do all the research before I started this video, because I just found that out now and it's freaking me out. Greetings in Lak'esh alakin. I am another you. You are another me. We are one. One God-sciousness. And that's the Hunab Ku. Right there and right there. In a 13-petaled lotus flower. Ooh, you're so spiritual. Aren't we all? As spiritual as we want to be. And today I'm very excited to bring to you the combined Mayan birthdays of the two gentlemen who you know very well, as Aubrey Marcus and Matias de Stefano. I'm here to convince you that they have a destiny together, if you don't already know that. First of all, I do Mayan astrology, and one of the necessary requirements is that we be able to combine two people. We do know that Mayan astrology, the divine Mayan Dzogchen calendar, is based on DNA, which harmoniously matricizes and interfaces with the 26,000-year precession of the equinoxes. It's just a little bit too cosmic for me to even understand. So I focus on the 260-day Dzogchen, which is based on DNA. Now, when you take a person and you combine them with a person, it makes more DNA. I call it their spiritual baby. I'm going to explain how to do that. It's actually incredibly simple. So whenever I do combinations for couples or friends, or I've done two for a mother and daughter and another mother and daughter. They really wanted to have a more harmonious and synchronistic understanding of their relationships with their daughters, so they both asked me to do that for them. And what it does is highlight synchronicities, as you might guess, and possible challenges. Sometimes, very, very rarely, two people will not really be in each other's charts at all. And, well, when you combine two people, it makes their spiritual baby, as it were. There's always some interconnections between the three of them. And the first thing we need to do before we even do any combination is look at each individual person's tone and glyph. That's how we relate. The glyphs and the tones have interconnections. And first of all, the most obvious thing between Aubrey and Matty is they are both red glyphs. And red means sunrise as a time of day, east as a direction, springtime as a season, and the physical body, and earth as an element. So whenever two people have the same color, there's automatically an easy connection between them. Now, one step further, every person who is born standing on the glyph of sunrise, such as Aubrey, has the Ninth glyph. Sunrise is the first glyph. And when you take 8 steps forward, you end up on offering, which is Mati. Therefore, everyone who is born standing on offering, you take those same 8 steps, actually, backwards, starting from the 9th glyph. You end up with the first glyph as your past wisdom guide. So Aubrey has Mati as his future vision guide, and Mati has Aubrey as his past wisdom guide. Now here's the thing. That's the relationship of just their glyphs. To make this, that's 1 out of 20 chance, all right? Pretty rare. But to make their connection way more vivid is their tones. Aubrey is born on tone 7, and anyone who's born standing on tone 7 has tone 2, Matias, as the future vision guide. Anyone born on tone 2 has tone 7 as the past wisdom guide. How do you get that? Well, when you think of the 13 tones being in a circle, if you're born standing on 7, you go forward 8 steps in a base 13 system. So, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 2. That's how it ends up there. Same thing with being born on tone 2. You can count backwards 8. So 2, 1, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. There it is. So they have a 1 out of 260 chance of being the exact future vision guide and past wisdom guide for each other. And that makes the hair on my arms stand up. It's very exciting to me. All right, so that's all awesome, and I already explained this in Aubrey's video quite some time ago. It feels like forever, but it's only been like 6 weeks or something. Now, the reason I'm making this video of their combined astrology is because of the recent time they spent together at Soltara Retreat Center, where the new journey and a much deepened relationship unfolded. I think they're both in Egypt at the time that I'm filming this video, which is May 6th, which is also tone 10 of the offering glyph, manifesting offering. Now, the first level of connection between any two people is their glyphs, which is the color, and the second level of connection is their tones. Do they have any of the same tones in their same charts? Aubrey has tone 1 of the eagle, initiating eagle, as his divine masculine guide. And on his left hand divine feminine guide, he has tone 13 of the deer glyph, transcending deer. His past wisdom guide is tone 12, understanding corn. Mati has the eagle, so in his divine feminine, he has tone 8, harmonizing eagle. And his divine masculine is tone 9, the patient dusk. We know his past wisdom guide is Aubrey, and we know his future vision guide is tone 10 of Gaia, manifesting Gaia. Now, the real fun, or the next dimensional layer of fun, comes in the combination, and it's super easy. Because Aubrey is the first glyph, sunrise, you add the number 1 to the 9th glyph of Mati, which becomes 10. The 10th glyph is the dog. The dog, oh, it's just everything you can think about with dogs, including barking and all of those rules and protection. It is love and loyalty, and it is ranking. There's a lot going on with the dog. And it's a white glyph. Just a moment. There we are. I made this for the day that I met Yoko Ono in Tokyo. And I don't think she actually liked it because, yeah, anyway, long story. White glyphs are spiritual. Red is physical. Blue, by the way, both of their divine feminine, divine masculine. Blue is emotional body. White is spiritual. Did you know, by the way, that money does not actually exist? It is a concept that is temporary. True. In a spiritual level, money does not exist. Everything is vibration. Now, where was I? Together, they combine to become Aubreyus de Stepharchus. I don't know, maybe Matibri de Marfano, or Maticus de Starkus. I haven't worked out which one, or some other combination of their names is actually the best thing to call them. Well, how about just patient dog? Together they make patient dog. Now, I have been wondering for quite some time, Vailana, what your birthday is. I can't find it online. Wouldn't it be amazing if you were a dog on the Mayan calendar? That would be a 1 in a 20 chance. And if you were a patient dog, that's 1 out of 260. And that would put this thing way beyond cosmic. And I would be so honored to do your Mayan embodiment astrology, Vailana. Just let me know your birthday. All right, back to the boys. Now, looking at their charts, already we see tone 9, which comes from Matias's right-hand man. His divine masculine guide is the core self-guide of Maticus. And then we look at the other tonal connections, and we see tone 2, which is again Matias. Tone 2 shows up in the divine feminine guide position. So, in a general sense, their combined energy has a little bit more of Matias in it. Because the glyph is white and the divine feminine masculine are yellow, there's no glyphic connection between them at all. So the only connection is with the tones. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is the chakras. Each of the tones is directly connected to the chakras, according to this very easy to understand diagram. This, by the way, came to me in a vision while trying to grok this stuff. It just clicked and fell into place. I happen to be the only one in the world that I know of that combines the chakras and the divine Mayan Tzolk'in calendar, although we do know that they were in the Mayan religion, science religion, we could even call it, because of Hunab's men in his first book, mentioning it to us on page 128. I'm not going to read that for you. Just trust me, it's in there. I also made a video about it. Oh, look at this. He signed it. I think he said, "I love you, Crispy," but I can't read that. I don't read Spanish, so anyway. It's legit. Tone 2 is obviously the sacral chakra. And there it is. Matias himself is, his whole energy is sacral chakra, combined with some of the chakra energies of offering people, which are the root chakra and third eye chakra. All right, while I'm at it, I'd better talk about all people who are born standing on the glyph of sunrise. They are the root chakra, being the first glyph. So, Aubrey, being born on tone 7, is the crown chakra and the root chakra. Can you feel that? And Mati is the root and the sacral chakra. Now, let's talk about Maticus. I think that's the word I'm using here. Maticus. Divine feminine guide of pairing wise one. Can you just think about that? Pairing wise one. The two of them combine to make a divine feminine guide of pairing wise one. Now, patient, the dog. Let me back up a little bit here. Patient also means persistent and persevering. Sacred femininity and the moon. Steadying, fortunate, teamwork. Resilient, intention, fullness, eyes on the prize, doorway, mastery. Now the reason that the moon and sacred femininity are part of tone 9 is because there are always 9 lunar cycles that fit into the DMT Tzolk'in. 29 times 9 is 261. The moon is not 29 days. It's actually closer to 29 and a half. But it's a very close fit. As well as the fact that there are 9 full moons or new moons, 9 lunations in a human gestation period. Did I mention the DNA connection here? Okay. Whew. So all of that goes into the type of dog that they are. Looking back at Aubreyus, Aubrey, has tone 1 and tone 2 as his divine masculine guide, and tone 2 as his future vision guide, being Matias, as we know. So, Mr. Patient Dog has tone 1 and tone 2 in the same general masculine feminine side of the brain, and that's partly what's happening here, my friends. It is a divine masculine on these 2 guide glyphs and divine feminine on these 2. So Aubrey has tone 1 as his divine masculine guide and tone 2 as his future vision guide. And Atticus Aubrey has tone 1 as his past wisdom guide and tone 2 as his divine feminine guide. So, oh shit. So you know what? I was wrong. Aubrey has the exact same energetic contribution to their spiritual baby. From his own chart, he has tone 1 and 2. From Matias's own chart, he has tone 2 and tone 9. Bad crispy. All right. I should have prepared a little better first. Sorry, fellas. All right. Next, let's talk a little bit more about patient dogs, shall we? Patient, tone 9. You go up to 7, 8, 9. Tone 9 is the throat chakra. Oh, speaking of dogs, my neighbor's dogs are out right now. How perfect. I've learned to be so patient with them. Whew. So the dog, as I mentioned, has all of these wonderful high vibration qualities, including the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, and the heart chakra. How do I know all these things? Well, Aubrey, I've been doing Mayan calendar astrology longer than you've been doing psychedelics. That's right, 1998. Woohoo! Now I should mention this. Their divine masculine guide is the seed, as you can plainly see, combined with tone 3 dots over the seed, which creates the name, if you will, activating seed. And I call it activating star seeds for obvious reason. Now, something that thrills me to no end is the fact that their divine masculine guide is the exact same Mayan birthday as Dolores Cannon and Dr. Stephen Greer. Freaky! All right, now, to be fair, I should go back and tell you some of the other people here that are involved in their charts as well. Steven frickin' Spielberg is a patient dog, as well as Steve Carell and Jack Cornfield and Mark Twain. So all of those vibrations are part of who Matias is. Freaky. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about their past wisdom guide. Haven't mentioned that yet. Tone 1 of the breath. Initiating breath also means initiating communication. Initiating spiritual communication, if you will. And who might their birthday exemplar be Dr. Bruce Lipton and Pink. Nice. All right. Ooh, my hair got weird there when I did a t-shirt change. Why didn't anybody tell me? God, you guys, come on. Oh yeah, this is not live. Sorry. Next. I always do them in the same order. Divine, it's all divine, okay? Past Wisdom Guide, Divine Feminine Guide, Divine Masculine Guide, Future Vision Guide. And that's because it's numerical. Just by the sacred math, which is sacred geometry of the system. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I do a reading for a person, I'm going to tell them, your past wisdom guide, blah, 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 unlocks these keys for your life, blah, 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 going from the old masculine into the divine feminine. Your divine feminine guide is blah, 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 unlocking these keys and going across your heart chakra is your divine masculine guide, which is nani, nani, blah, blah, blah. That's Japanese, I just said. I just said whatever, whatever in Japanese. Nani, nani. And we end up with your future vision guide. Doesn't that not make sense? I didn't make this stuff up, okay? It's in the system. I just learned how to see it like nobody else on earth. Except for everyone who watches my videos and soon will buy my book and go to my website. Okay, so Dr. Bruce Lipton and Pink. Let's go back to pairing Wise One. Who might that be? Ah, pairing Wise One, Ray Bradbury. I already told you tone 3, which thrills me. And their future vision guide, tone 4, which is your 4th chakra, your heart chakra of the obsidian mirror, is Dr. Brian Weiss, one of the first past life regression hypnosis therapists in the world. And Dolores Cannon is their divine masculine guide. And Brian Weiss is their future vision guide. I'm freaking out here. Okay, look. Matias, you too need past life regression therapy, QHHT. You most definitely have lived together. I'm just predicting it that, Maddie, you were Aubrey's mother in Egypt. Okay? It could have been other times too. I don't know. But Maddie... Oh my God, this is freaking me out. Okay, I have to sign off here. There's like 9 million other things I could tell you, but I have... All right. I'm glad I didn't do all the research before I started this video because I just found that out now and it's freaking me out. All right, I love you. In Lak'esh, alakin. I am another you. You are another me. We are one God-sciousness. Namaste.